Hot off the press, National Mortgage News just published an article about the 10 most popular housing markets of early 2022. And number 7 on their list was none other than Johns Creek, Georgia, located right here in the North Metro Atlanta area. So why is Johns Creek so popular, and what are the pros and cons of living here? Hi, I'm Sarah Mislowski, and my team and I specialize in helping clients relocate to Georgia from all over the country and even the world. We have seen a large influx of families who want to be in this particular area. Johns Creek is located in Fulton County, and it has a population of just around 85,000 people. This city kind of meshes together with Alpharetta, so I'm sure you've heard me talk about Alpharetta before. You can drive around Johns Creek and Alpharetta and you aren't quite sure what town you're in exactly because they just kind of blend into one another. In fact, I've even had some neighborhoods whose part of the neighborhood has an Alpharetta address and part of the neighborhood has a Johns Creek address. So you can see how it gets a little bit confusing. Because they are so closely linked and because they run right into each other, Johns Creek is just like Alpharetta in that it is extremely popular because of the location. Most people in the area work in Atlanta and live in the Johns Creek, Alpharetta area, so they commute into the city. Since, depending upon traffic, you're only going to be about 30 minutes into Atlanta, depending upon where you are. So even though you're so close to Atlanta, you're still going to be able to enjoy tons of great outdoor parks and spaces. You have the Chattahoochee River, which runs right through Johns Creek. So you can go to places like Johns Bridge Boat Launch, where you can put in a canoe, kayak, or a motorboat or other small boat and enjoy the beautiful river. There are also some really great parks in Johns Creek, like Autry Mill Nature Preserve or Newton Park. Newton Park has over 2 miles of trails. It also has a dog park. You've got great athletic fields, playgrounds, and picnic pavilions. Y'all, it is a truly incredible park. You feel like you're in the middle of nature. Well, you are in the middle of nature, right? The dog park is also amazing, and it has these cool little fire hydrant water fountains that the dogs, they love to jump around in, and they host dance and exercise classes at the outdoor amphitheater pavilion area. During the summer, you're going to find sports camps galore here, and they have tons of programs that bring kids here to play. It's awesome that you have all of this beautiful outdoor recreation while still being so close to Atlanta. It is the best of both worlds. Now, National Mortgage News said the reason Johns Creek made their list was because, quote, it is a very safe community with beautiful homes. The public schools are off the charts, top-notch, which is very important to families, and Johns Creek itself is in the process of developing what they call the Community Town Center, which is going to be the central location for outdoor concerts, restaurants, and things like that. As they mentioned, Johns Creek does have highly rated schools, which of course is a top priority for many of our families that we work with. In fact, we are in the process of helping a family purchase a home in Johns Creek right now, and their biggest deciding factor was that it was in this particular school system. They also have really great shopping that they mentioned that's why it kind of made the list. In Johns Creek, you're going to find anything that you could want. You've got TJ Maxx, Ulta, Sprouts, Kohl's, Michael's. They have everything. They also have a Super H Mart, which is amazing. It's an amazing Asian grocery store. Johns Creek was ranked as also the #1 best place to raise a family in Georgia by Niche.com. Niche.com also ranked Johns Creek as the #2 best suburb to live in Georgia. The article also said, and I quote, "There's a lot of major companies relocating here. It's a very big technology space. And so there's some big commercial areas around that are producing a lot of high-end jobs that are attracting people." Now, we have talked about all the Fortune 500 companies moving into the area in a previous video, so go check out that to hear a bit more about some of these major tech companies that are moving into the Atlanta area. But like they mentioned, more and more tech companies are moving into Fulton County, which is a huge it's a huge driver for the local economy. It's great for the job market. And Johns Creek is the perfect place there you can live kind of in the suburbs and commute into the city for those jobs. Another great plus is that Johns Creek is home to Emory Johns Creek Hospital, which is an incredible hospital as well as a huge provider of jobs. And we often get calls from people who want to live in the area because they are choosing to accept a position at the hospital or because they are transferring jobs to Emory Johns Creek. Clearly, Johns Creek is a great city to live in, so what would be some of the cons? Why would you not want to live in this seemingly amazing town? Well, the article put it this way. There is no inventory. It's predominantly single-family homes, and it's pretty much fully built. The average sales price in Johns Creek is going to be somewhere between $500,000 and $700,000. So when we look at the current number of listings on the market, there are 83 active single-family homes at the time of filming this video, plus an additional 5 townhomes for sale. And as of today, as of filming this video, the median sales price was $749,000, with the average price being $794,000 according to our local MLS. So they're a little optimistic with their pricing in the article, and that average being a little bit lower. It's much more expensive. Of the 83 single-family homes currently listed, 30 of them are $1 million and up. Clearly, the no inventory that the article mentions is a bit dramatic statement, but relatively, that is really low for that area. There's just not a ton of options, and that's why you see those prices being driven up. And this is not something that's unique to the Johns Creek area at the time of filming this video. We're seeing this everywhere. Yes, houses are expensive in Johns Creek. In fact, it made one of the most expensive metro Atlanta areas that you can buy a house in that we recently did a video on. But if you want to live in one of the 10 most popular housing markets, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. So what do you think? Are the high prices and low inventory worth it? I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. And of course, if you're thinking about moving to Johns Creek or anywhere in the metro Atlanta area, you have to reach out to us. But if you're considering Johns Creek, you also need to consider Alpharetta. So make sure you check out these videos.